Now,
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And it seems like when that rain started yesterday morning, it never really let up.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of a washout in a lot of spots yesterday, and it was lingering overnight. But now things are going to start winding down. We're going to be seeing warmer temperatures and hopefully some sunshine by this evening. But first, let's take a look at the radar, see where that rain is at right now as of 5:01 this morning. And we're still seeing that last band of rain pushing through the Mohawk Valley at this point. Zooming out, we can see where this is headed, though, looking to push more and more east. Some highest elevations in the Adirondacks that are falling below freezing. Could be seeing some patches of freezing rain, but throughout all of central New York, we're far too warm to see that as of now. And following that, we're dealing with some clouds, but those clouds will eventually turn to some peaks of sunshine by this afternoon, earlier in the North Country and later on in the southern valleys. But over the next 12 hours, those temperatures climb into the 50s once more. Hopefully a beautiful evening, but we have even nicer weather expected for tomorrow. Enjoy the sunshine because as we head into the weekend, we'll be seeing a lack of it. We'll talk about what we're expecting for Saturday and Sunday straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. There's been a new development.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Well, it's been a rainy past few days. We've had back-to-back nor'easters, which haven't really brought snow. They brought entirely rain because it's been so mild. So besides the rain we've seen the past few days, things are trending more dry as we head throughout the morning. A look at those drive conditions as you head out the door. Nothing out of the ordinary. Again, watch out for some ponding on roadways in flood-prone areas or poor drainage areas, but that looks to be the only major concern on the roads. There also is a potential for some patchy fog in higher elevations. But as you see here, the main roads in the valleys, they're looking pretty okay. You see 5S and Route 49, nothing looking atypical. But heading out this morning, again, highest elevations, there is patchy, dense fog. You want to slow down for that. But as the morning progresses, things will dry out. These clouds will gradually burn off. Well, we're thinking more sun will peek out in the North Country earlier on, and then later on, the clouds will be coming to an end in parts of the southern valleys. But for the most part, it's going to be dry and remaining dry overnight, clear skies, and even more sunshine is expected by tomorrow. But enjoy the sun because we're tracking yet another wintry system arriving this weekend. We'll talk about that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. In New Mexico,
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at a wet start to your day today, but things will quickly dry up and hopefully some sunshine peeks out by this afternoon. A live look at Oneonta right now. We're seeing some damp conditions, but way out in the distance, noticing some low-level clouds. These are turning into foggy spots in the hilltops. For example, locations up north and south of the Mohawk Valley, as well as the hilltops in the southern valleys are seeing patchy fog early this morning. Temperatures, though, still mild in some spots, upper 30s to low 40s. And on the live look for battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar, we're seeing the end of this nor'easter. In fact, the second nor'easter in the span of a day as the system continues to push outside of central New York. And regarding snowfall, because this system, or these past two systems, only produced rain, we're still sitting at the 32-inch mark for the season. We have surpassed 54 inches below average. Average snowfall total this time of year, around 86 inches. But one thing we haven't seen a lack of is the rain. We're actually about 3 inches above average. Average this time of year is 7.82 inches, currently at 11.44. And I think December, with all that rain, definitely skewed that a whole lot. Now, we're going to be drying out for the next few days. Today and Friday, looking completely dry, but as we approach Saturday and Sunday, things turn a little more unsettled with rain turning over to rain and snow showers. You can still see here Saturday, briefly dry start, rain developing later on, temperatures in the 40s, 30s for Sunday as cool air slowly moves in and the rain showers turn over to snow in the late evening and overnight. But our skycast for today showing that rain departing our area to the east, things drying out, lingering drizzle and patchy fog burning off by around noontime. We're seeing sunshine peak out earlier in the North Country, a little later in the southern valleys as that dry air still needs time to mix in. But by the late evening, hopefully all of us see sunshine right before sunset. Temperatures still pretty nice. As we head into the overnight hours, lows falling below freezing with completely clear skies. And then by tomorrow, completely dry and for the most part completely sunny. High pressure briefly moves in, temperatures climbing into the 50s. But following that, we're seeing that system begin to arrive Saturday morning, initially looking dry, but then that rain moves in and remains as rain until the later half of the evening and overnight. But for today, across central New York, decreasing clouds, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. For tonight, clear skies, lows falling below freezing into the 20s. 7-day forecast. Sunshine for tomorrow. We're just turning our clocks back only 4 days from now, and in only a few days as well, spring is on the way. And I feel like even though it's spring officially hasn't started yet, it's been spring. It hasn't really been a winter. We went from fall to a week of winter maybe, and then back to spring.
Yeah, it's been a wild one.
Yeah.
The time right now is 5:22. Still ahead on Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says he expects March 7th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And that fog coming up the hill was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was dense. It was initially not too bad, but as you got up in the higher elevations, the fog got more and more dense, and that's the situation this morning. Lingering rain showers and patchy fog. In fact, let's take a look at the radar right now because that rain is slowly moving out this morning. Taking a live look right here. Out in Rome, areas out in Camden, you are finally drying out, even up towards Boonville, but areas in the Mohawk Valley, Little Falls, Cooperstown, Oneonta, still seeing some rain. But as the morning progresses, that system will continue to shift out to the east and come to an end. And those temperatures this morning, a little colder than yesterday. In the 30s and low 40s, 41 officially in Rome with mostly cloudy skies. And those morning clouds will burn off as the afternoon progresses on. Hopefully seeing a good amount of sunshine by this evening. Sooner in the North Country, later in the southern valleys. We're tracking clear skies tonight, a cool down below freezing, and then another sunny day tomorrow. But things turn yet again more rainy and snowy as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The eyes of the nation will...
Welcome back, showcasing our weather photo of the day on this Thursday due to a lack of recent submissions given the pretty gloomy weather. We're showcasing one submitted when we had completely clear skies a week or so ago. Take a look at this shot right here. This is the Andromeda Galaxy taken by a viewer in Sequoia. Now zooming in right here, this galaxy is pretty interesting because it's one of the closest ones here to us in the Milky Way, and within a few billion years this galaxy will collide with ours. It's heading straight toward us right now, but of course within a span of a few billion years a lot of us won't even notice that would be happening. But right there is one of the closest galaxies eventually coming closer and closer to us. Submitting a photo like that or submitting any weather photo, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Locally, the radar is lighting up with some rain showers, primarily south and east of Utica, and that system will continue to shift east as the morning progresses. We're tracking a dry afternoon with some sunshine peeking out, plus more sun on the way for tomorrow. We'll talk about that in detail straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Remington Arms is now a part.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
The time now is 5:46, and it's
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are tracking an end to the widespread rain and a start to some dry weather to wrap up the work week. But a live look in Cooperstown early this morning. Roads a little damp, rain falling initially this morning with patchy fog and higher elevations. But again, it's still pretty mild. Temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s across central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. We're seeing this rainfall gradually pushing more and more east, with the heaviest rain band now currently right in between Little Falls and St. Johnsville, passing Utica, Rome. Almost all of central to western Oneida County is currently dry. And over the next few hours, so will the rest of central New York. We've seen 2 nor'easters in the past few days, but it's been so warm, it only produced rain. And so our season's snowfall total still remains stagnant at 32 inches, well below the average we usually see this time of year. And one thing that we didn't see a lack of this winter has been the rain. In fact, we are about near 4 inches of rain showers above average regarding inches. See, 11.4 inches to date, 7.82 inches the average rainfall at this time of year. Now, regarding rainfall here over the next few days, we're actually going to be seeing a lack of it for most of today and all of tomorrow. But rain showers will eventually return as we head into the weekend for Saturday and Sunday. A warmer start, 40s Saturday, rain initially, then it switches over to rain and snow showers as temperatures will start to cool down a little bit with the colder air moving in from the northwest. But to our skycast for today, again, we're seeing that rainfall coming to an end out to the east, sunshine peeking out initially in the north country, and then slowly sweeping south into the Mohawk Valley and in the southern valleys by the mid to late evening. But those temperatures are comfortably in the 50s for this afternoon. Tonight, with clear skies, lows will fall below freezing down into the 20s, and then a cool start to your day tomorrow with temperatures quickly climbing into the 50s with plenty of sunshine. A beautiful end of the work week, but unfortunately, more rain makes its return yet again. Starting out dry initially on Saturday with rain showers arriving by the afternoon and evening, and this will linger into Sunday, and then that rain will switch over to rain and snow showers. But for today, across central New York, temperatures in the 50s, decreasing clouds tonight. Chilly, lows falling below freezing with clear skies. 7-day forecast. A beautiful end of the work week. And as we head into Saturday and Sunday, well, a little bit more on the gloomy side with clouds giving way to rain, rain giving way to some rain and snow. Then some lingering snow showers Monday, blustery conditions. Drying out, though, by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So any snow that locations see over the weekend, 40s and 50s next week, it's going to melt once again.
Yeah,
so,
today and tomorrow, though.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the sunshine. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:50. Still ahead on Sunrise 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And on this Thursday, if you head up to the hilltops, you're going to face some fog.
Yeah, that's right. A foggy start in higher elevations. In lower elevations, still some lingering rain. That's coming to an end, but in locations to the east with some heavier rainfall, there is a flood warning. I want to get to that just right now. So let's take a live look at those flood warnings. First off, it's just one. It's in Montgomery County, part of Canajoharie, part of Marshville, McKinley, outside of it actually, along Route 5, 5S, and I-90. For example, the Canajoharie Creek is nearing flood stage around 8 feet, expected to crest at 8.2 feet, and then slowly go back down as the morning continues on and the rainfall comes to an end. Zooming out a little bit, we can see where that heavy rainfall is still taking place in parts of in between St. Johnsville and Little Falls. So it will still continue over the next few hours out in, again, Fulton, Montgomery counties, then come to an end. Temperatures this morning are in the 30s and 40s, 40 in Rome, 37 in Hamilton, and over the next 12 hours, we climb back into the 50s with ending rain and more sunshine peeking out by the second half of the day for this evening. More sun is on the way for tomorrow, but enjoy it while it lasts, because by the weekend we are tracking more rain and potentially more snow. We'll talk about that in detail straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Well, there's been
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We will look at your commute cast heading to and from work today. First off, a look at road conditions all across central New York. So far, things are pretty okay, but I'm going to highlight what's going on down just east of Canajoharie. There is a road closure along 5S. The 5S is flooded both directions between Sprakers Hill Road and Borden Road, again, east of Canajoharie. Notice it right here. There is Sprakers Hill Road and Borden Road just down there as well. So if you have to get to and from locations out near Albany, kind of maybe go on 5, go across I-90 because 5S is flooded and completely blocked right there. But here locally, those drive times, road conditions, nothing, no road closures, anything to report so far for I-90, 5S here locally. Same thing for Route 49. And heading to work this morning, hilltops, patchy fog. Again, watch out for some flooded roadways out near Albany. But by this evening, things do dry out, and we're expecting some sunshine. Gary?
Eric, thanks. In New Mexico, a verdict.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. This Thursday is trending to be a little different than we saw the past few after a complete washout both Tuesday and Wednesday. Sunshine will peek out by today. A live look from our Cavy Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are looking at clearing conditions up here after a foggy start, but out in the distance, still seeing those low-level clouds. There is still some patchy fog in the highest elevations, still lingering in parts of central New York. And the rain is coming to an end. We're seeing that final band shift more and more east, but it's picking up right along the line, right heading into St. Johnsville, Canajoharie. Again, Route 5S east of Canajoharie is closed due to flooding in both directions, to heads up. With the rain, after 2 nor'easters, we are still stagnant at 32 inches of snowfall to date, reached 54 inches below average for this time of year. But one thing we're not below average with is the rainfall. We picked up 11.44 inches to date. Our departure is 3.62 inches above average, and I think that December flooding and December rainfall definitely played a huge impact with historic rain taking place in that month. But finishing off our discussion with rain, it's going to finish for today and tomorrow. Return, unfortunately, though, by Saturday and Sunday. Initially as rain Saturday with temperatures in the 40s, cooling down a little bit as rain switches over to scattered snow showers with highs in the 30s by Sunday. But let's look for the near term, because we'll be looking at pretty quiet weather, in fact, pleasant weather for early March. Temperatures in the 50s this afternoon, sunshine peeking out earlier in the North Country, a little later in the southern valleys as that dry air still needs time to work its way in. Hopefully all of us see sunshine right before sunset, but with clear skies tonight, lows will fall below freezing down into the 20s. Then, by tomorrow, after a cool start, highs approach the mid-50s with plenty of sunshine, great outdoor weather for tomorrow, but it's short-lived as we head into the weekend. Clouds increase, a cloudy start to your Saturday as rain showers begin to arrive yet again, switching over to snow in some spots by Sunday. Today, though, enjoy the mild weather. The clouds will decrease, giving way to some peaks of sun. Tonight, clear skies, lows falling into the 20s. Your 7-day forecast. Sunshine for Friday, rain and snow heading into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But following that, any snow that locations see by this weekend will most likely melt by next week, with temperatures climbing in the 40s and 50s.
Wow, what a wild winter we've had.
Yeah, wild winter, but we've got sunshine for tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow look
Today and
great.
tomorrow, yes.
Yeah. And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Day, March 7th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And if you face some fog out there this morning, don't worry. It will lift, right?
Yes, it will lift. The clouds will be coming to an end. The rain showers some of you guys are seeing also will be coming to an end, as things will shape up a little differently compared to the past few days here in central New York. Taking a live look at the radar right now, let's see where that rain is currently headed. There is a single moderate rain band taking place almost directly over St. Johnsville, just exiting Oneonta. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and see where that is, just to the east of Minden, right along Route 5S, just outside of Canajoharie. A reminder, on the road just east of Canajoharie, 5S is closed due to flooding in both directions. Again, east of Canajoharie. You want to take a different route if you're heading out to Albany. But zooming out, we can see that rain system coming to an end. The nor'easter, second nor'easter in the past few days, which has brought only rain. Temperatures in the 40s in Rome, with 37 in Hamilton. And over the next 12 hours, we dry out with sunshine peaking out by the mid to late afternoon. Highs in the mid-50s. We've got a nice day tomorrow with plenty of sunshine, but as we approach the weekend, things turn a little bit more on the rain and snowy side. We'll talk about that in detail straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more.
Welcome back. Taking a look at the weather photo of the day, and this one I will always choose when it comes to showcasing photos. A space photo. This one in particular, the Andromeda Galaxy, taken by someone in Sequoia. And zooming in right here, this galaxy, fun fact, is actually heading straight toward us. In a few billion years, it'll collide with our own Milky Way. Of course, it is a billion or so years away, so this will take a little bit of time to reach us. But again, it's one of the nearest galaxies to us, and it's on a collision course heading straight towards our galaxy. If you want to submit a photo like that one, or any weather photo, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. A look at current conditions right now. On the radar, we're seeing that widespread rain coming to an end. The rain band shifting east, a little closer to Albany in the capital region. But a look at those temperatures for today, because it is starting out a little bit on the cool side, in the upper 30s, low 40s, but we climb into the upper 40s to mid 50s by this afternoon, with sunshine peeking out. A nice day with even a nicer day tomorrow. We'll talk about that, plus rain and snow returning for this weekend coming up. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Remington Arms is now a part of Illions.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. After a washout yesterday in some spots and a complete washout last night, things are trending on the drier side for today. A live look at downtown Utica right now. Roads a little damp, clouds still sticking around, but the rain has come to an end in the city. Still lingering in other spots. Temperature currently at 39 degrees. And checking in with Sky Watchers, reports from all across the area. First off, way out in Westdale, Todd with 41 degrees. Bob and Clinton also with 41. Mike in New Hartford checking in with 40 degrees. Heading up into the North Country, 37 with Bill and Old Forge, 36 with Shawn and Inlet. And to the south, Stewart and Cooperstown, 43. Scott and Evanston with 40. Same with Diane and West Lawrence. And Pat and Gary and Skenevis with around 46 degrees. Mark and Milford also with 44. Live look at the radar. Rain is coming to an end out in the west, and we're seeing that final band push east into Canajoharie. Again, the there is a road closure along 5S with both lanes closed due to flooding on the roadway, again, just east of Canajoharie. But with the multiple nor'easters we've seen the past few days, only bringing rainfall, our season snowfall is still remaining stationary at 32 inches to date, 54 inches below average for this time of year. But one thing we are not below average with is the rainfall. We've seen a good amount of it this winter. In fact, just over 3.5 inches of rain above normal. Usually we see around 7.82. To date, 11.44, which will continue to get a little higher as we get the rainfall totals officially later on today from overnight and this morning. But regarding rainfall for today and tomorrow, looking to see none of it. Dry weather moves in this afternoon, lingering into Friday, but then Saturday and Sunday trending more on the rainy and potentially snowy side. Rain to start Saturday, 40s. A little cooler on Sunday with 30s, rain switching over to snow in some spots. And on our Skycast, we can see that rain coming to an end. Sunshine peeking out north a little earlier today. The clouds sticking around in the southern valleys a little longer, but regardless, right before sunset, we should see plenty of sunshine. But clear skies move in tonight, lows falling below freezing, and then more sun expected tomorrow. A beautiful day with highs in the mid-50s. Clouds continue to increase overnight. A dry start to your Saturday before more rain begins to arrive by the afternoon, and that rain will linger into Sunday and, of course, switch over to snow as well. But for today, across central New York, temperatures in the 50s, decreasing clouds tonight. Clear skies, lows in the 20s. Your 7-day forecast. Sun for tomorrow, not so sunny for Saturday and Sunday. Rain turns to snow Sunday, snowy start on Monday, but beyond that, any snow we see over the weekend will melt by next week. Highs in the 40s and 50s once more.
Yeah, look at those Thursday and Friday. Gorgeous.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the near-term forecast, which is looking fantastic.
Yeah, that's for sure. Eric, thanks. New this morning, a Pennsylvania.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And if you need a bird evacuator, call us here at the station. Eric is doing quite the job here this morning. We have this huge vent up here, and these birds are trying to get in, and you went up there with your dogs, right?
Yeah, I had some dog sounds on my phone, and I was just letting him out a little bit just to try to get the bird to find a different home. I like birds, but I don't want a bird flying around while I'm trying to give a forecast.
Alfred Hitchcock coming.
Yeah.
The birds.
A wasp, I can probably handle flying over there, but not a bird. A look at the current conditions this morning because the rain is coming to an end after a very rainy overnight. The radar is showing that heavier rain band still currently passing through parts of Canajoharie just east of St. Johnsville. And beyond that, you can see the rest of central New York is drying up a little bit. Some lingering patchy drizzle and patchy fog, but that will come to an end as dry air continues to move in from the north. It's cooling down a few degrees since earlier this morning. 39 in Rome, 37 in Hamilton, but the 30s won't stick around too much. We're back into the 40s and eventually 50s by this afternoon, with decreasing clouds giving way to some peaks of sunshine before sunset. Clear skies expected tonight, dry weather, more sun expected tomorrow. But that's temporary as this weekend is looking a little bit on the rainy and snowy side. We'll talk about that into the weekend forecast coming up. Gary?
Eric, thanks. There's been a new development with the
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. After a rainy overnight, things are starting to dry out with some patchy fog and mostly cloudy skies giving way to the sunshine. A live look at downtown Utica right now. You can still see here some low-level clouds. Roads still a little bit on the damp side, but again, the roads will dry up as things continue to become more and more sunny as we head into this evening, and especially for tomorrow. Currently 40 degrees officially in Utica, and across central New York, those sky watchers checking in. 40 New Hartford, 41 Clinton, Same thing in Westdale, 41 degrees. A little cooler in the North Country in the 30s. Jeff and Mohawk with 41 degrees. And to the south in the 40s, 46 with Gary and Pat in Sknevis, 44 with Mark in Milford. A live look at the radar right now. That rain is continuing to clear out to the east and dry weather moving in here across a lot of central New York. And after back-to-back nor'easters, yes, they were nor'easters, but they didn't bring any snow. So because of that, our season snowfall total still remains stagnant at 32 inches to date, 54 inches below average. And regarding rainfall, a different story. It's been a very rainy winter, especially with December's historic rainfall and just the overall warm pattern bringing rain versus snow here in the local area. Our rainfall outlook over the next few days, again, it's going to be dry for today, especially dry for Friday, but as we head into the weekend, things turn a little bit more unsettled with rain showers developing throughout the day Saturday, highs in the 40s, cooler for Sunday with rain turning over to some snow showers by the later half of the day. Our Skycast showing clearing skies as the afternoon continues on, sunshine peeking out sooner north, a little later to the south as that dry air still needs a little bit of time to mix in. But by this evening, we should be seeing at least a good amount of sunshine across the area. Clear skies tonight, lows falling below freezing into the 20s, and then by tomorrow, a beautiful day, highs in the 50s with plenty of sunshine. But that's temporary. As we head into the weekend, things turn more cloudy, and then by Saturday morning, a dry start giving way to rain showers lasting throughout the day, and that rain eventually turns over to wet snow in some spots. Today, 50s, decreasing clouds. Tonight, clear skies, lows in the 20s. 7-day forecast. After Sunday and Monday, things dry out by Tuesday and Wednesday, highs in the upper 40s to low 50s.
I'm Isaac.
Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, quite a nice turnaround from yesterday today.
Yeah, it was a complete washout from pretty much sunrise to sunset yesterday, rain overnight, but things are continuing to improve. Clouds are still sticking around. Let's take a look at that satellite feed right there because, as you can see, it's still a bit cloudy, but some peaks of sunshine are making their way into parts of central New York this afternoon. Along with that, too, those temperatures are continuing to climb. Already 47 degrees at Griffith and Rome, a little warmer in parts of the Mohawk Valley, but we're still hovering in the low 40s in parts of the southern valleys as those stubborn clouds are still sticking around. It might make it hard for them to reach the upper 40s to low 50s by this evening. Live look at the radar. First time in a few days, it's looking entirely quiet, aside from that rain still lingering in parts just outside of New York State, closer to Massachusetts and Vermont. But again, over the next few hours, highs approach the low to mid 50s with some sunshine peeking out between 2 and 4 p.m. Earlier in the North Country, a little later in the southern valleys if we're lucky. But regardless, clear skies move in for all of us tonight as lows fall below freezing. We're tracking a beautiful day tomorrow, but unfortunately, rain and snow return for this weekend. We'll talk about that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The U.S. Embassy is now urging...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. After a rainy past few days, things are drying up, and although we're seeing a lot of clouds here in the Mohawk Valley, some blue is starting to peek out on the very top of your screen if you can see it, although it might be covered up by that banner right there. We've got some blue peeking out right here and even more blue skies in other locations. For example, Camden looking at blue skies, Redfield, Osceola up there near the Tug Hill area. But as you head south, the clouds are still stubborn and temperatures are also stubborn and not warming up too much. Valleys near 50, southern valleys still cool in the 30s and low 40s. But the radar is quiet. We're now entering a dry next few days, but it's short-lived as we head into the weekend. The dry weather does not stick around. We're back to rain on Saturday and then rain switching over to wet snow by Sunday in some spots. The winds, too, are still going to remain pretty breezy. We're in the windiest month of the year, and this pretty much shows it right to a T. We've got breezy conditions today and tomorrow. Winds pick up Saturday, calm down a little on Sunday, then pick right back up again as we head into Monday. But regarding that weekend forecast, again, 40s for the high tomorrow with rain showers developing later on in the day. Then that rain switches over to rain and snow showers as cool air slowly starts to work in by Sunday with highs only in the 30s. And so to our skycast, we're still dealing with stubborn clouds here. Again, the North Country will start to see some clearing before the southern valleys. If we're lucky, some locations south might not quite see enough sun right before sunset, but we're seeing that dry air slowly advect in from the north, and we'll see the Mohawk Valley see some of that sunshine hopefully before sunset. Regardless, by tonight and overnight, clear skies move in, lows will fall down below freezing into the 20s. Then a beautiful day expected for your Friday. Highs approaching the 50s, plenty of sunshine, and the clouds don't look to work in possibly until 6 or so p.m., which could mean a nice colorful sunset with these high-level clouds. Then cloudy skies to start out your Saturday, still looking dry. Then that rain begins to move in and will stick around for a lot of it as you head into Saturday night and early Sunday, turning to a cold rain and then some wet snow falling in the highest elevations. But today across central New York, temperatures in the 40s and 50s with decreasing clouds. Tonight, clear skies, lows in the 20s. 7-day forecast. Haven't showed it too much, but I'm bringing it back. My pick of the week, which would be pretty obvious. It'll be Friday with all that sunshine because over the next 7 days, it's going to be hard trying to see some sun, maybe on Tuesday, but it won't be nearly as warm. We'll see, of course, all that sun on Friday and enjoy it before things turn a little bit more gloomy for the weekend.
I like the pick of the week just to see your little picture up there.
Yeah, I have to update it. It's still my old picture back from 2 years ago, but I loved adding it to a star, so I figured I'll just show it.
Well, you were so young back then.
I know. I feel like I'm getting older now.
Eric, thanks. Well, it is Science Fair, and that was Raf Sanchez reporting from Tel Aviv. Now meteorologist Eric Gage joining us. And Eric, check out this video. We saw a constant rain yesterday here, but nothing like this. This is downtown Atlanta. Boy, have they been besieged over the past few days.
Yeah, in some locations in Georgia, in the past 24 hours, they saw close to 3.5 inches of rainfall, which is more than what we've seen here. At least we've seen 2 inches of rainfall at a time. But let's take a look at what we've seen over the past 2 days. So the ingredients for flooding, obviously, is a lot of rain, but a lot of rain in a short period of time. Notice these rainfall totals from the New York State Measurement Network from across central New York within the inch, maybe inch and a half towards Springfield. The highest totals were out near Albany, that yellow spot right there, with around 2.5 inches of total rainfall. But again, it's over a span of a few days, which doesn't cause major flooding. But as you saw in Atlanta, when you have a lot of urban areas, a lot of rain, and of course, a very short period of time, that causes unfortunate flooding. Regarding cloud cover, it's been cloudy for the past few days and rainy too, but those clouds are gradually coming to an end. Temperatures climbing into the upper 40s in the valley, a little cooler south, but the radar is looking quiet. And over the span of the next 12 hours, you can see here, warming up a few degrees into the low to mid 50s, then cooling down below freezing with clear skies tonight. We're tracking a beautiful day tomorrow, but then rain and snow make its return. We're talking about that in detail straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new video release shows 3 suspects involved in a mass shooting yesterday.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. As you just saw on the Cadby Tower camera, we're still under a blanket of clouds across a lot of central New York, but some blue skies are trying their best to peek out. Taking a look at downtown Utica right now, unfortunately though, still a lot of clouds here in parts of the Mohawk Valley. But if we turn our attention to some of the locations here in central New York, we're noticing Some blue up in Redfield, Osceola, Camden, Woodgate. Colebrook still looking at some clouds as well. But you notice a lot of the Mohawk Valley still under that blanket, even more so in the southern valleys. And it will remain that way for the next few hours as clouds slowly decrease from north to south throughout the evening. A live look at the radar right now. For the first time in a few days, things are shaping up to be a dry one. Remaining dry for the rest of this evening and tonight and all of tomorrow. A dry start Saturday, but yet again, rain and snow return by Saturday and Sunday. Winds still, too, remain a bit blustery. Not so bad for today and tomorrow, but more so for Saturday, less for Sunday, and more winds will arrive as we head into Monday. But again, for this weekend, we're talking about some rain showers developing in the afternoon, highs in the 40s, switching over to rain and snow showers by Sunday. Those snow showers in higher elevations as those temperatures cool down only into the upper 30s. But to our skycast, we're looking at those clouds decreasing throughout the evening hours. Those temperatures struggling to get into the 50s in some spots south, but already reaching the 50s in parts of the Mohawk Valley. Tonight, regardless of these evening clouds, we clear out with temperatures falling down below freezing into the 20s. Then for tomorrow, a beautiful day with highs approaching the 50s. Plenty of sunshine, and if we're lucky, a nice colorful sunset as high-level clouds mix in from the west right around 5 to 6 p.m. Following that, clouds remain pretty prevalent heading into early Saturday morning. A dry start. However, as the afternoon continues on, rain showers will move in, and they will stick around for Saturday evening, Saturday night, and into most of Sunday with more snow mixing in, wet snow, in higher elevations by late Sunday and into early Monday. But again, for today, clouds slowly decreasing, temperatures climbing into the upper 40s to low 50s tonight. Clear skies, lows in the 20s. Your 7-day forecast. My pick of the week would be for tomorrow. Temperatures in the 50s, plenty of sunshine. But enjoy it, because as we head into the weekend, things turn a bit more on the unsettled side with rain and snow on Sunday, then just snow, lingering snow on Monday. We dry out Tuesday and warm up as well. So any snow that some locations do see over the weekend would likely melt by then. But we'll be looking more at the snowfall potential either tomorrow or into the weekend.
We'll just enjoy today and tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, we'll ignore that. We'll talk about the sunshine today, tomorrow.
At least for now.
Yeah.
Eric, thanks. Well, this story almost seems like something out of...
Time for a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Hey, I got to say, it might have started out a little cloudy, but the sun came out this afternoon. Boy, was it nice out.
It really turned out nice. We got pretty lucky. We were expecting the clouds to hold on a little bit longer, but that wasn't the case. I don't think anybody's upset about that.
Not at all.
Now let's take a look at the Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're looking at dry conditions across the region. It's been a bit breezy, but the sun has been out, and that makes all the difference. Current temperature 55 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. We've got low humidity in place, and with clear skies, that also means we're going to cool off very quickly tonight. Rainfall totals over the past couple of days, some places, actually many places, getting over an inch of rain. It was about 1 to 2 inches total from Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, those back-to-back nor'easters moving through central New York. Frost takes place tonight. You'll have to scrape it off the car windshield first thing tomorrow, but Friday looks like another beautiful day. Sunshine from start to finish. And then the weather does turn unsettled, colder, and windy as we head into the weekend. Mostly clear skies this evening, cooling off. And we're tracking a return to rain as we start the weekend and look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We're hoping to learn more about what's starting.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A beautiful day today. Kind of a rough start with the clouds, but we did see the sunshine, and it's dry across the region as we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, nice conditions out there. The sunset is almost 6 o'clock, so a little bit of additional light to enjoy this time of the year. as we take a live look in downtown Utica. That looks like a very lovely scene and not very early March-like. Usually in early March, there's still snow on the ground, but that might change here for parts of the area as we head into the weekend. A frost alert tomorrow morning. Budget a minute or two to scrape off the car windshield. Temperatures fall into the 20s tonight. And again, we're looking at widespread frost. Another reminder, this is the weekend. The clocks change. We spring ahead 1 hour and our sunset time becomes 7 o'clock. It goes from 6 to 7. It also is the same for our sunrise time, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. As we turn over to daylight saving time. Current temperatures, Dolgeville 55 degrees, Little Falls 57. You can tell where the sunshine has been a lot more abundant with temperatures in the 50s. More cloud cover to the south, Oneonta 46 degrees and Unadilla with 46. Clouds will eventually clear out tonight as high pressure builds in from the west. The clouds will drift to the east along with those rain showers that we saw yesterday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast again, cold enough for frost tonight as overnight lows drop down into the 20s. A nice rebound tomorrow. Sunshine, we warm up very quickly. Temperatures already near 50 at noontime. We'll climb into the mid-50s. The weather remains dry tomorrow night, but clouds will start to increase as we head into Saturday. May see a few breaks of sunshine very early Saturday morning, but it's a generally cloudy afternoon, and we do expect to see widespread rain develop. There will be some higher elevation snow mixing in as we head into Saturday night. This is mainly for the Adirondacks, but this also could be for the higher elevations north of the Mohawk Valley too. That will continue as we head into Saturday night with a changeover to snow showers on Sunday. Frost tonight, a low of 27. Tomorrow, sunshine, a beautiful day, and a chilly start but a warm finish with highs in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Saturday, again, 45 degrees for the high. Expecting rain to develop in the afternoon and evening. Rain turns over to snow showers on Sunday, 39. And it is windy as we head into the weekend. Cold on Monday, snow showers. We're not expecting much accumulation in the lower elevations, but that could be a different story in the hilltops. We'll keep you posted on that. And then look at those temperatures. Back into the 50s. We're normally in the low 40s. Just want to remind people that this is way above average.
Yeah, let's get that out there right now so that you can enjoy the 50 and 57 with the sunshine and go, hey, we're getting a bonus.
This is bonus weather.
All
yes.
right, sounds good, Bill. Thank you. Men outnumber meteorologist Bill Curtis. What are we talking today, Bill?
Talking frost.
Uh-oh.
We have not really been mentioning this lately. Normally this time of the year we fall below freezing just about every night. But it's been such a warm winter, such a warm March. We haven't done it lately. Well, we will tonight. Budget a couple of minutes to scrape off the car windshield. Overnight lows are expected to drop down into the mid-20s. So the frost will be pretty thick out there first thing in the morning. But the nice thing is, as we are in that time of year, the sun is strong. And so by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, a lot of that frost will be melted. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. Tonight, temperatures will drop down into the 40s as we head into this evening with mostly clear skies. Actually, a pleasant evening to take the dog for a walk. Tonight's featured dog is Buster from Mohawk. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. We are tracking some changes in the weather as we head into the weekend. A look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A finalized IVF protection.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track some pretty nice weather this evening with mostly clear skies. The weather stays dry tonight and tomorrow, and it gives us a chance to dry out. We've had quite a bit of rain lately. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Clear skies in place. That means temperatures are going to tank after sunset, which is taking place in just a few minutes from now. We're already down to 44 degrees in Old Forge, and I think most areas will drop into the 20s as we head into tonight. We'll be starting out tomorrow morning with widespread frost. Some notable coming dates in central New York. We are now less than 2 weeks away from the official start to spring, or at least calendar spring, even though the weather this winter has been very, very warm. Spring, again, 2 weeks away. 3 days until our first 7 o'clock sunset. and just over a month away from the much anticipated total solar eclipse. By the way, if you want to get a head start on more information on that, the area of totality, check out our website. We've got an article posted on that, and we will be talking about that a lot more as we get closer, as well as sky cover, which is still several weeks away from trying to predict. Hopefully we'll have clear skies, but again, we'll get there. Clinton, 53 degrees. Cassville, Helen with 50. Fairfield, Sandy, a sunny 52. Mohawk, Jeff, 52. A little bit cooler across the southern valleys where cloud cover has been more extensive. Milford, 45. Skenevis with 49 degrees. High pressure builds in from the west, so for those of you that have seen those clouds linger today, that's not going to be the case tomorrow. We're expecting sunshine to build in as skies clear out with dry weather tomorrow, but then things change for the weekend. Tonight, clear skies, cold. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. Frost tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. temperatures in the 20s. A beautiful day tomorrow, a light breeze. Temperatures look to climb to near 50 already by noontime. We'll climb into the mid-50s in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, increasing clouds. The next weather maker arrives on Saturday. It starts out dry, temperatures in the upper 30s. Most of this falls as a cold rain, but the higher elevations will see a mix between rain and snow. In fact, some of the higher hilltops could see a slushy inch or two of accumulation as we head into Saturday evening with some snow accumulation possible Saturday night. Temperatures will start to cool down as we head into Sunday and Monday with some snow chances heading into the beginning of next week. Frost tonight, low of 27. Tomorrow, sunshine, a beautiful day, high of 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Saturday, a cold rain arrives, 45. A rain-snow mix on Sunday, 39. Snow showers Monday, 35. And then the weather turns nice and sunny. We'll climb into the 50s again as we look ahead to Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be right back.
Past at 6, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Looking at a pretty quiet day today. Nice to see the sunshine out in so many areas, although it was a little bit cloudier, stubborn clouds south and east. We are looking at dry conditions across the board. 51 degrees is the current temperature. We made it into the mid-50s today at Griffis and Rome. We have a low dew point of only 26. The air is really dry. We will get a chance to continue to dry out as we head into tonight. Rainfall totals this week, again, with back-to-back nor'easters, a lot of places picked up about 1 to 2 inches of rain across the area. Some of the heavier amounts east and south of Utica. Herkimer, 1.5 inches of rain, just under 2 inches of rain in Oppenheim. Our weather headlines, we are tracking some frost tonight as temperatures fall into the 20s. Tomorrow looks like a beautiful day, but the weather does change as we head into the weekend with a return of rain as we head into late Saturday. Tonight, temperatures cool off quickly. It will drop through the 40s. And again, a frosty start to Friday, but a beautiful afternoon. I've got to look at that and the weekend forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The city of Utica and Anita's Stephen.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. We are tracking some nice weather here as we head into Friday. If you like the sunshine today, for those of us that saw it, we'll be getting a lot more of it tomorrow. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Clear skies across the area. We're dry tonight. A live look in downtown Utica. The sun setting about 15 minutes ago, so we still have twilight at this time. Looking at clear skies tonight, setting the stage for frost. We haven't had that in several nights. Overnight lows are expected to drop down into the mid to upper 20s, causing a light frost on the car windshield that you'll have to spend a minute or two to scrape off tomorrow morning if you're heading out, say, before 8 or 9 o'clock. This is the weekend that the clocks change. We spring ahead 1 hour Saturday night. Our new sunset time goes from 6 to 7 p.m. and our sunrise time goes from 6:15 to 7:15 as we go to daylight saving time, which we will stay on that until November. Skywatchers checking in across the area. Mike in New Hartford, 49 degrees. West Leiden, 49. Curtis, 51. Old Forge. Bill checks in with 47. Milford 45 degrees. Colder across the southern valleys today with less sunshine. Those clouds were a lot more stubborn south and east of Utica today. But we'll all get sunshine tomorrow as high pressure builds in from the west. Skies will remain mostly clear tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-20s. A frosty start to Friday, but it warms up very quickly. We go from 20s to already near 50 degrees by noontime. The weather remains sunny throughout the day with highs in the mid-50s. A generally nice afternoon. Increasing clouds tomorrow night. The next weather maker arrives on Saturday. We'll start out with cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 30s, and a generally cold rain is expected on Saturday. This could mix in with some snow along the higher elevations. We'll keep an eye on that. That will continue into Saturday night. This does turn over to snow showers on Sunday and Monday, but with temperatures climbing above freezing during the day, the snow will have a generally hard time sticking. But again, some accumulation is in the cards. We'll keep you posted. Frost tonight, low of 27. Tomorrow, looking at sunshine and a beautiful day, a high of 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The wind kicks up heading into the weekend as the weather gets colder. Again, rain and snow showers Sunday, 39. Windy on Monday, snow showers 35. The weather warms up back into the 50s with sunshine looking ahead to Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be right back.
First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, and we are talking about clear skies, 41 degrees, not too shabby. That's about our average high, and here we are, what, 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, it is cooling off, though. With clear skies in place, I think we're going to fall below freezing, and that is something different. We haven't been seeing that very much. As we take a look at the risk for frost, as we fall below freezing tonight, you're going to have to budget a minute or two to scrape off the car windshield as you head out the door tomorrow. I think it'll be thick enough where you might want to budget 1 or 2 minutes to do that. Again, we really haven't been dealing with frost all that much here lately, but we will be doing that tonight. Again, current temperature 41 degrees tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 20s. Again, widespread frost is expected. We're tracking a beautiful day tomorrow. We'll look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, a Sequoia woman pled guilty to
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. Our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar is looking quiet, and we're looking at clear skies in downtown Utica. Temperatures are cooling off tonight. We're expecting overnight lows to fall below freezing with some frost. First thing tomorrow morning, you're going to want to budget a little bit of time to scrape that off the car windshield. March came in like a lamb. Usually it's in like a lion, out like a lamb. Around here is usually in like a lion, out like a lion. March is one of the windiest months of the year. And while the weather has been relatively calm to start March, I think we're going to start to see that lion show up as we head into the weekend and beyond. Winds are going to be picking up, and we've got a stretch of windy weather here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And Monday, we might have winds high enough to cause some damage. It's early to say that for sure, but it is something we're going to be watching here as we head into Monday afternoon. One thing we expect to see over the weekend, and we've been talking about this for a while, the clock change. We spring ahead on Saturday night. We go over to daylight saving time, and we will see a much later sunset as well as a later sunrise. The sunset will be after 7 o'clock, and those evenings will be quite bright. As we look at the radar and satellite image, high pressure builds in, and that keeps us dry, clear, and for tomorrow, sunny. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the upper 20s. We'll see sunshine Friday. It warms up really fast. We're already near 50 by noontime. We'll climb into the mid-50s in the afternoon. The weather remains dry Friday night. We're expecting an increase in cloud cover. We start out Saturday morning with cloudy skies. As we head into the afternoon, clouds will stick around. We're expecting to see a combination of rain and snow as we head into Saturday night. It's most likely to snow along the higher elevations, most likely to rain in the lower spots. As we head into Sunday, cold air continues to build in, and that rain will turn over to snow showers. Frost tonight, low of 27. Tomorrow, We're expecting sunny skies and a beautiful day and a high temperature of 56. Here's a look at your Stern Tracker 2 7-day forecast. On Saturday, we're expecting rain to move in late in the day, a high of 45. Sunday, rain showers turn over to snow showers. Cold, breezy, 39 for the high. A cold, windy Monday, a high of 35. The weather looks a lot warmer with lots of sunshine as we head into the middle of next week.
I'll take a lot warmer.
57 by this time next week.
That's running outside weather.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, a symposium. Look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. And it's getting chilly out there. We're going to have to deal with some chilly overnight temperatures, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to get some frost here tonight. Our current temperature, 38 degrees, will continue to fall overnight. And just be on the lookout for frost. I think you're going to need to budget a minute or two to scrape that off the car windshield in the morning. We haven't been dealing with too much frost lately because temperatures have been fairly warm, or at least above freezing at night. But tonight, again, is going to be the exception. Temperature-wise, again, we'll drop down into the upper 20s with frost expected in clear skies. A nice Friday before the weather turns heading into the weekend and returns to rain and even some snow. We'll look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thanks very much.